Welcome back, everybody. So I did a dumb mistake. I forgot to hit record on my GoPro to record the process of installing this engine, but today we got it all installed. Everything's in there for the most part. Shift cables are all hooked up, good to go. Everything's all painted. Engine bay is primed. I am gonna have to buy a new brake reservoir. I'm pretty sure the turbo manifold, I don't think is gonna fit with that. But the intake manifold is bolted up. I believe I gotta get the alternator relocation bracket to get the alternator on. But other than that, the majority of the engine stuff is situated. Like I said, I gotta get some stuff for the lines here to go to the master cylinder. I got that all nicely mounted, looks good. Front end is all together. I even got the hood latch cable in there. Nice tucked away, looks nice. Now we do have one thing coming in the next couple days, and that is this exhaust manifold. I ordered the exhaust manifold from PLM. They make actually some pretty nice exhaust manifolds. So hopefully that gets here soon so we can have that installed and on the car, and then we can start working on everything else we got to work on. So hopefully that comes in the next couple days. But for right now, we're just going to do some touching up stuff and get it ready to go for the next import face-off. We got the radio installed. Obviously there's no wiring in the car. We will get to that eventually. But we got all of the dash back in, nice and mounted. All these little pieces are all mounted up. There will be a piece that I will be making to cover this, and it will get mounted nice. So that way I can have all my engine switches here, and then I will have another set of switches down here. Might not be these same ones, but I will get another set for my lights, my blinkers, and stuff like that, because I will no longer be using the factory switches. So I'm gonna have to get that figured out, but I will have all that down here, and that will be covered up nice. But we do have the fuse box down there for the fueltech. That's down there. Actually, I have to find a place to mount that. Once I get that figured out, the interior for the most part will be done. I am going to get a cover for this to try to cover this up. Our package for the K20 swap cabrio. It's actually from private label manufacturing. We're actually going to open this thing up and see what we got. I will be ordering a bunch of stuff from them. They've got a bunch of nice looking parts that I kind of want to get into. So we are going to end up ordering a bunch more stuff off of them here in the near future for this build. So keep an eye out for that. Come on. Let's go. Go. This isn't really the one I wanted, but it will work for what I want to do. Now, this is my exhaust manifold. Look at that, it's got studs, it's a gasket, nifty. Didn't know it came with all that. We got studs, the bolts right here, and we have an exhaust manifold. Let's see what we got here. Nice looking. Oh yeah. Not too shabby. This T3, T4 flange. Bolt up to the K20. And now the only downfall is, down here, only downfall. So we've got, I believe it's dual 44mm wastegates. This is probably the only thing that I don't like. Now I don't know if I can change this eventually. I would have to figure out how I would go about doing that. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to run the dual because I plan on running a pretty big turbo here in the near future for this thing. So, but overall, this thing looks pretty sharp. And there you have it. Exhaust manifold is on. She's good to go. Now I may have a problem. The wastegate for this side over here so happens to be directly in my way. So I am going to have to figure that out with hopes I can get that to work. If not, I am going to have this flange cut off, and I'll take this here and we will have this welded on the back side, have the inside cut out, have the other side sealed, and we will make this a full open one piece with one wastegate. But we will see how that goes. But as of right now, everything bolts up pretty good. Actually looks pretty nice. I kind of like it. Now let's see how the turbo looks. And there she is. Now I have a feeling we will have a slight issue because obviously this is going to be really close. We're going to have to change the direction of this, I believe, and see how that works. But I think we will be okay. I think. We should be. So hopefully that clears that. And then once that's clear, we can get the pipe for this. And obviously we are going to be hitting with the wastegate, so we'll figure that out. I can't really adjust much on the engine side where everything sits, but we'll definitely have some exhaust room. Figure out what we want to do with that. I do like that idea. So, but we're going to adjust this here. We're going to adjust this here. Make sure everything bolts up good to go, and hopefully everything's all right. And just like that, turbo's bolted on. I got it clocked the way I want it. So when I go to make the pipe for this, it's going to come down. It's going to come down over this way. I am going to get a new intercooler. We're going to see how that goes. But it is mounted. The clearance is very close. So I am going to see if I got to get the master cylinder, the brake master cylinder reservoir. It's going to be a little different. So let's see how that works out. But I did take some time to polish up the one wastegate that I do have. I am gonna have to get another one, but that is not gonna fit, so we're gonna have to figure that out. I might cut it and angle it a little differently, but we'll see how that goes. But overall, private label manifold actually looks pretty dang good. You know, sits nice in there. It should perform the way it needed to. So now that we got the majority of this situated, I'm gonna have to order some more parts for what's going on here. But we are actually gonna jump over here and put these factory seats in for the time being until the Kirkies come in. I'm actually just cleaning them up and, you know, wiping them all down, making them decent. I know this one's all tore up, but it'll have to do for now until the Kirky comes in. So we are actually going to be running 2 Kirkies for the front of this car. So let's get these things up in here. Got her outside. Actually gonna brush the dust off to her. Give her a little bit of a wax job. You know, vacuum it out. Make it nice clean. It's all pretty dirty in here. Gonna clean it out. We're actually gonna slap the wheels on this thing and see how she looks. I'm also gonna do the same for this thing. Clean this thing off, give it a nice little coat of wax. Let's see what she looks like with her wheels.
There you go. There you go. Go for daddy.
You got her all cleaned up. Waxed, wheels on. Interior. All clean. Good to go. Good guy. Right around the track. Got her back in the garage. I originally had the wiring figured out, but come to find out, the way the harness is built has to come in from the passenger side, not the driver's side. That was my fault. I didn't look at that first. But we drilled another hole here, and we got our wire ran, all our wires ran up into the solenoid here. Crank sensor's all plugged in. Got it right over here. I am going to get a custom cover made for this as well. But we got all the plugs in over here. I don't have a throttle body yet, so I can't plug that one in. I gotta get the bracket for the alternator, so I can plug up all that stuff under there. I gotta get injectors so that I can get those plugged in. But the wiring harness for the most part is done. I also got my private label manufacturing sticker to go with my private label staging brake bracket. I actually had to move up the whole bracket. I just didn't like the position of it. It was like way back here, just wasn't comfortable. So I did move it up about an inch, but believe it or not, it feels a little more comfortable in my hand. I took the spacer plate out. It was just a little too high. It would have been like way up here. I just didn't like it. So I took the spacer plate out, just put the plate for the hydro brake here, and it actually works pretty good. I like how it positions, so we'll get that all situated so that way I can get those ran. The harness is now ran all up underneath here. My light's not working right now, so, but that's all ran up underneath there. So now we got this in, we got the wiring in, and I don't have much left to do to get this thing almost complete. But hopefully for the majority of this will be done and we can get this thing on the road here soon. I do have some extra parts I gotta buy. Not a big deal. I'm just gonna have to wait. But we will be at Import Face Off May 14th, I believe. We will be at Import Face Off April 16th. So if anybody wants to come out and check the car out, we got some things in the works. Working on trying to get some merch. We are getting that figured out, along with trying to get some decals made and stickers and stuff like that. We'll let you guys know how that all turns out. She's as good as she's gonna get, till I can come up with some more funds to get her done. Just keep an eye out for the shorts. I'll keep them moving as quickly as I can. Let me know what you guys want to see. What other future projects you want to see on the channel. Let's see what we can do. Thanks for watching.